Hello, it's me again. Today I want to talk about the state of physical media in the current moment. So I just watched couples of videos of physical media collectors talking about Oppenheimer on 4K Blu-ray and how Christopher Nolan advocates for physical media and also Guillermo del Toro. And also there was this video circulating online about Matt Damon talking about the importance of physical media. So, some of my friends they've been asking me about my opinion about this matter, and the last time I had a gathering with my friend, with my old friend, who knew me since high school, and then they asked me, "Do you still collect movies on video CDs and on DVD?" And I answer, "Yes, I still buy movies on video CDs and on DVDs, even though I also have." Streaming services on my computer and my phone, but I still buy those movies on physical media. And there is something very, very interesting about this one, about the state of physical media at the moment is that I noticed that there is one particular market that this is basically my opinion. So before I continue, I'm going to say that this is entirely my opinion, and this is just me trying to share what I have in my mind. Is that there is this one huge, huge group of consumer that we've never touched before. It is the consumer of the K-pop products, is the fans of the K-pop bands and the Korean series and shows. We have not catered to them enough for physical media. So I've been noticing this for many, many times because there are no longer physical media distribution officially established in my country. So if we want to buy anything, be it DVD or be it a CD, we need to import those from another country. So there's no such thing as physical media distribution in my country at all. It's dead. But there is one physical media format that is thriving even though there's no more stores. That is audio CD. And the audio CD survive in I don't know whether this is true or not, but this is just based on my observation, is thanks to the K-pop fans. So I know couples of people, I have friends that they don't even have CD player. They don't even listen to CDs anymore. They don't listen to physical media, but they are a hardcore K-pop fans, and so they bought all of the albums of BTS. I mean, those people they really really know what they're doing. The sellers of the stuff of the K-pop stuff, they really really understand what the market really wants, and so they were selling these albums even though it's just one album. So let's say we have an album of Celine Dion. Let's talk about love. It's going to be this one album. Let's talk about love, and the color is black with the image of Celine Dion in the front cover. But the people behind the K-pop, they're very, very smart. They released a single album, and they released it in different color scheme. This edition is in accordance to this member of the group. The color is slightly more, the orange is more, darker, and then this one is more yellow, and then those different color schemes, they basically the same album, but different color schemes because they know that the consumer will buy those things. And so we need to do that for other physical media. So this is just for music, audio, CD. And I don't think that I gave credit enough to Korean or those K-pop fans for supporting physical media because I was looking for a cheap CD player, and I can't find any CD player in any local stores in my region. But I found a lot of sellers online selling these type of CD player. There you go. this type of CD player, and it was sold for like, there are sellers that have sold this for like more than 1,000 um, pieces of this CD player. And when you buy things online in this platform, you can see the ratings and then the photographs from the people who purchased this one. And 90% of them, they're Korean boy band fans. So they bought the CD, for example, the CD of BTS, and then they purchased that CD player so they can listen to their favorite band through the physical media. So yeah, there's a huge chunk of market from these type of people that we can also mention and we can also support. I mean, a lot of in most cases, because they have a lot of negative press. These boy band fans. I mean, people like myself, certainly, I do not buy music from the Korean boy band, but there are a lot of people who are willing to buy those albums because they are huge, huge fans of those things. And this reminds me of back then, like 10 over 10 years ago, when the Bieber fever was just, you know, at the top of everyone's mind, especially the teenage girls at that moment, about Justin Bieber. So like, this was such a massive, massive hit back in the day. I had this one since 2011, so it's very, very long time ago. And they dedicated this entire book for Justin Bieber because it was a hit at that moment. And even back then in 2011, there's this part of this magazine. Look at that. Selling calendars. I don't know if you can see that or not. Selling calendars for Korean boy band and girl band back in 2011. And they're advertising exclusive, what is that? Exclusive magazine like this one, not for Justin Bieber, but for this Korean boy band, Super Junior, and then SHINee, which were very, very popular back then. I know a friend, a close friend of mine, who is a very, very, who is a huge, huge fan of Super Junior. She went to all of the tours and then those things, and then she purchased all of their albums, the regular one, the expansive ones, the limited edition ones. She doesn't listen to CDs anymore. She listens to streaming platforms, Spotify, YouTube Music, but she purchased those things anywhere because she's a huge fan of these boy band. And I think if we can do that also to other stuff from this particular market, we can help to boost the popularity of physical media as collector's item again. So I may not be a huge boy band fans, and I may not be a huge Korean series fans, but there are series that were very, very popular in my region back in my time. For example, is this Meteor Garden. This is a very, very huge television show back in Asia back then in 2001, in the early 2000s. There are a lot of fans of this one, myself included. So I bought the soundtrack album, and this is the some of the series, the spin-off, the additional episodes of the show, and I made an unboxing video for this one, for Meteor Garden, because there are a lot of Meteor Garden fans that would buy these things, and this is not CD album or music album. This is about shows, and there are also movies from Asia. For example, this one, The Billionaire, and then ATM, and then this one is even more famous than all those two, Succeed. These are films that are very, very popular among young viewers my age at the time, who are willing to spend their money to buy physical media, not because they are a physical media collector, but because they really, really love the stuff. So they won't buy physical media regularly. They don't buy CDs anymore. They don't buy DVDs and Blu-ray. But because, let's say, they love Succeed very more, they're going to buy Succeed on DVD. And this goes for other products, other shows. For example, this one, Dream High. This is a Korean show, and people who really really love this stuff, they're going to buy this stuff. And also, this one is even more famous. This is a Full House, and I have another one. Down with Love with Jerry Yan, and they really really like Jerry Yan because he's a star in Meteor Garden, and they would buy this one not because they love this show probably, but because they really love Jerry Yan. So they decided to purchase this one. So what I'm saying is that there are these massive parts of potential consumers for physical media that can support us. I never imagined back in the day that CDs will have this huge resurgence, that younger people, people younger than me, they're going to buy CDs anymore. And cassette tapes. There are people who purchase cassette tapes of BTS not because they have this huge cassette collection, but because they really, really love BTS and then they want to buy those things. These people, they will buy anything associated with their beloved boy band or beloved series or beloved stars. I even made a video, I uploaded a video on TikTok talking about BTS and how, because my sister is a huge BTS fan, and she really likes BTS, and I drive an Isuzu, and the logo Isuzu is nearly identical with the logo of BTS, and I made the video that my sister was telling me that my car is the BTS car because the logo is identical to the BTS logo, and the video got like 800,000 hits on TikTok or something. I can't even remember. That's my most viewed video by far. That particular video talking about BTS and how the logo BTS is identical to the logo of my car. That is insane. And they were selling this type of coffee. These are the BTS coffee that my sister purchased because she really likes BTS, and people who really like BTS are going to buy those products because they really love the star. So that makes sense when the sales for CDs and DVDs of the concert of BTS and those Super Junior or those Korean boy band. I don't know because I don't follow those bands, but judging by the trend and looking at the reviews of the CD player that I just showed you, that there are a lot of people out there who still love physical media and who are still willing to buy physical media and to preserve physical media because there are things that they really want from these things. It's tangible. You can really touch these things. If I can imagine if I'm a huge fan of Celine Dion and then there's this CD, Let's Talk About Love CD, I really want to buy it on physical media so I can touch the CD and add that to my collection. I can, take photo of it and then put it on my Instagram post and those things. I really want to have it in my hand. So there's a story of Hanson. I like Hanson, the band. And there's this one album that I really, really want for years. It's Middle of Nowhere, the one with the song Bob and I Will Come to You. I really want that album for years. But I can't find it because it's a very old album and the stores, they don't have the stocks anymore. But then I found this seller who got this old stock of the Hanson's Middle of Nowhere, and then I purchased that one, and I feel very very happy, even though I already have those on my music streaming platform. I can listen to those songs online, but I still need the CD. I still need the Middle of Nowhere album because I simply want to hold it. It's tangible. I want to collect it. I want to add that one to my collection. So I think that is the entire point of this video because there's this huge resurgence in collecting. I noticed that it gained a lot more momentum. People talking about physical media and how to preserve that ones, and the discussion about Christopher Nolan and then Matt Damon and also Guillermo del Toro talking about physical media and how it's a good thing to keep physical media alive. And from that point and my experience, just looking at my friends who are really, really huge, huge fan of those Korean stuff that they're willing to pay for the album. Just couples of days ago, my friend at my office at work, she told her friends that, oh, I really want to buy this album, but it's rather expensive. Blah blah blah. It's basically I it's like I'm looking at myself like when I want to watch a, let's say, 10 years ago when I want to purchase the Blu-ray box set of Titanic because it is such a huge film for me, and I really want that box set of Titanic on Blu-ray 10 years ago, and that's exactly how I acted back then. So I see myself there because we're talking about physical media. In this day and age, we cannot compartmentalize physical media to this format and that format. We talk about CD, we're talking about DVD, video CD, and VHS. You know that if you follow the channel, I bought VCR for the very first time this year. Blu-ray, Ultra HD Blu-ray, we're all in this together in the cyber world, the world that's going more and more to the cyber world entirely, and we're all in this together. We advocate for physical media, so it's not just for a particular format, but it's for the format as a whole, the physical media collecting as a whole, archiving, you name it, whatever you want to call it nowadays. You're the guardian of the physical media. You're the archivist. You're a collector. The point is that people will still love to collect if we provide them what they really, really want. If we're talking about coffee, I mean, I would not buy a coffee even though that coffee is Celine Dion. Well, probably I'm going to buy it if it's Titanic, but that's the point. If you got what people want, it's going to be huge again. And I remember a Techmoan video talking about a cassette player, a portable cassette player, that was possible because of the huge demand of the Korean boy band fans, that they really, really want to have something tangible, something collectible, and something that has, this kind of a connection, a real connection with something that they really love. When I say that, for example, oh, I really love Media Garden, it's a huge part of my life, it's a huge part of my childhood. I remember it being very expensive, and I have it there in my hand. I have it. This is how important it is for me. I have it. I don't have a lot of Taiwanese or Korean series, but I have Media Garden. I don't have, for example, the soundtrack for Boys Before Flowers because I don't really love that one, but I really like Media Garden. So I decided that I need to have the CD album of Media Garden because it's such an important part for my life, and I really, really like that one. And so this is just an opinion of mine, talking about this because of the entire discussion about physical media, and how I see that there's such huge potential and that people still love physical media, and reading the reviews from the people, a lot of younger people than myself, they're in their late teens and early 20s. They purchase those BTS albums, and they purchase those DVD concerts, and they purchase the players. And so a lot of people say that what happened if you can't find the player anymore, and there are thousands and thousands of these um, cheap and portable CD player being sold because there are millions, thousands and millions of Korean boy band fans who want to have the experience to be able to pop the disc from their beloved uh, band and then listen to that directly from the CD, and that is not oddball. That is not something very, very weird. That is something that's understandable. That I can understand that. And I think that is a good sign, and meaning that if you know the audience and what they want, you can always sell these things to them. And I've heard a lot of negative discussions and comments about these type of fans, those boy band fans, Korean boy band fans, but not all of them are awful, of course. And I'm just going to say that they are part of us. They're part of this huge community of people who keep the physical media afloat. And I uploaded a post thanking them actually because I can buy a CD player in 2023 because of them, because of such a huge demand from these Korean boy band and Korean series fans. And so the manufacturers and the sellers, they saw this huge market, and then they manufacture and they sold these again in a very, very reasonable price. I mean, the portable CD player is probably just around like you can buy from 40 to $100, depending on of course, the quality and the manufacturers. But the fact that it is now available and easily accessible for us again, that is a good sign, and I'm thanking those Korean boy band fans to keep support the physical media, even though they're probably not realizing it. But that's it. So that is the point of this video. I'm just sharing my opinion. So you probably have different opinions and you probably have different experience, and that is fine. I'm just sharing. I'm not an expert on anything. So if you're still with me up until this very moment, I sincerely say thank you very much. Take care and goodbye.